Hi guys, welcome back to Movie Chat and More. And if you're here for the very first, welcome. My name is Richard, and this is going to be a film chat. All film, all movies. If you want to come in and talk about something else, that's fair enough. But I want to keep it grounded tonight with movies and film, and you know. So if you want to talk about horror, we can. If you want to talk about action, we can. Hey, the conspiracy trifecta. Thank you. I wasn't expecting this. Neither was I. This is totally impromptu conspiracy. And yeah. So, yep, this is film chat, strictly film chat. But if you want to talk about something else in regards to entertainment, then that's fair enough. But that's why I've entitled this Film 101. Conspiracy Trifecta says, did you catch McRae live today? What was he talking about today? Because the last time I saw McRae was when he was talking about the new Halloween Michael Myers image. So I'm not sure if I saw the McRae live, because that was a standalone video. So conspiracy, what was McRae talking about today? If you don't mind me asking. Hopefully it's something good and entertaining. Excuse me. Okay. Trifecta says, murder cases, like true crime stuff. Something I wish he and Tony would do is something they've been kind of like half promising for a bit, is do it two dudes like that. Talk about Bundy and Dahmer and Gacy and Ed Gein, and I'll have to check that out though, because that's the closest that McRae's come to doing anything like that. But I think that would make a better two dudes episode. But yeah, thanks for telling me. I'll have checked it out eventually. But yeah, thank you, conspiracy. I will check that out. Conspiracy. It's probably my. Oh right, okay. It's probably my favorite episode yet. I was not expecting it. It showed me just how intelligent Dave really is. Oh wow, yeah, Dave McRae is a very highly educated guy. He's not a mathematics freak. Hey, David White has joined the room. Sup, David? Thanks for being here. Yeah, McRae. Yeah, he's well. He's well educated. He'd be the first to tell you he hates maths. But yeah. Oh, he is. Yeah, definitely. And not just when it comes to movies. He's a highly intelligent. He's a guy. Yeah, he's well read. And if it wasn't for Dave McRae, I would not have my channel. McRae was the one that inspired me to create my own channel. David White asks, what's your top 3 films? That's a great question, David. A great question. It may take me a long time to answer. Sit back, grab some popcorn, and we'll see how we go. Excuse me. My favorite top 3. Okay. I'm going to answer it, but in 5 minutes' time, my answer could change. Halloween is my favorite film of all time, 1978, Halloween. Not just my favorite horror, my favorite film. Great question, David. I wish I had 20 hours to answer it. Yeah, Halloween, number 1. I love The Breakfast Club. I really love The Breakfast Club. That could be in my top 3. But then, and The Hangover, but the original Hangover. But there's so many. I mean, yeah, that's a great question though, David. Uh, you've got so many. You've got Jaws, the Karate Kid. Um, wow. I mean, where do I start? Where do I end? But David, what are your top 3 films? If you have a 3, if you can narrow it down to 3, then I'd love to know. Conspiracy trifecta. Number 1, Halloween. Number 2, Scream. Number 3, Titanic. See, Titanic. I didn't even think of Titanic. I saw Titanic 4 times at the cinema. Titanic. I didn't see what I mean. There's so many. David White says, I love The Hangover too. Yeah. It's wow. I've seen that movie quite a few times. Yeah. I've got the Hangover trilogy on Blu-ray. I'm hoping they don't make a 4th one. It doesn't need a 4th one. I really appreciate you guys joining me tonight on this impromptu live chat. I really mean that too. Thank you. Great questions so far. Yeah, The Hangover. That's one of those movies that gets a perfect cast and they gel immediately. Now, I'm not sure what happened behind the scenes, but on screen, they gelled perfectly with Bradley Cooper, Ed Helms, and Zach Galifianakis. Perfect. Got a tickle in my throat, guys. I'm sorry about that. David White said, oh, no, wait. Conspiracy trifecta. It didn't need a 2 or a 3. Oh, The Hangover. I think 2 is the weak link. I love 3. But if you're saying conspiracy that it didn't need a sequel, I agree with that. But I do love The Hangover Part 3. And David White, my favorite is probably The Disaster Artist. My favorite is probably The Disaster Artist. Is that, I'm going to sound really ignorant here, aren't I? The Disaster Artist. Is that a movie, David? Sorry about this, bro. Sorry about that, David. Embellish. Conspiracy. My number 4 is Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl, the first one. That movie I think is brilliant, and a movie I think is almost perfect. Yeah, when it comes to perfect, there's not many movies out there that are perfect. I mean, you can say Back to the Future is a perfect movie, but there's always going to be somebody out there who can pinpoint little bits and bobs, and like I know McRae has done videos about this with Lorraine and George McFly at the end of the original Back to the Future, not realizing that Marty is not just a spitting image, but Marty McFly is actually Calvin Klein. I don't pick holes in Back to the Future like that. I don't think that's a plot hole at all. But a 10 out of 10 movie is very hard to find. Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, I'm not a big Pirates of the Caribbean fan. I'm not a big Johnny Depp fan, to be honest. I mean, the guy can act, of course. Johnny Depp, great actor. But he's a good. The thing is with Johnny Depp is, why can't he just? And I know he has, like in Nick of Time. Have you ever seen Nick of Time? He can play someone who's not the owner of an eccentric chocolate factory. He doesn't have to be Sweeney Todd. He can do other stuff. But the roles that that Johnny Depp takes on, whether or not he's going to get these roles anymore is up for debate. But yeah, Johnny Depp he's very eccentric for me. He's a great actor. He's a good actor, but he doesn't have to make, you know, it's like, okay, Johnny, we get it. You know, you can do it all. Make some good movies. But conspiracy, if you love the Pirates of the Caribbean series, then that's great. David White says it has Dave Franco. It's about the making of The Room. It has Dave Franco. It's about the making of The Room. That's the disaster artist, yeah? Well, thank you for embellishing, David, but I still don't know it. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know it. I've never heard of it. Maybe it's something I've got to check out. David White follows up with, I thought that was the best adaptation of the Chocolate Factory book. Unpopular opinion, I know. It is technically, I guess, David, an unpopular opinion, because a lot of people will go with the Gene Wilder movie. It was the first one, and it was Gene Wilder. But we can't all agree. And the great thing about movies, we can't all agree. It's great to disagree. It's great to agree, but it can't happen all the time. I mean, I can sit here right now. And say, I like Jaws 4. Jaws the Revenge, 1987. It's a great popcorn movie, but there will be people, and what? Jaws the Revenge? That piece of shit? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Jaws the Revenge. It's not it's not a Spielberg classic like the original, but it doesn't claim to be. Jaws the Revenge, I could pick others. Let me think. I mean, unpopular opinions. I could pick loads of me. I mean, what about Superman 4 or Superman 3? I'm not comparing them with 1 and 2, with Chris Reeves, but I don't mind Superman 3. I've got nothing against Superman 4. They're just good popcorn movies, David White says, do you like the Nostalgia Critic? That's a YouTuber, yeah? Sounds like I would. I haven't. He's probably, she, I'm guessing he has probably shown up on my suggestion thing, but no, it doesn't ring a bell. David White says, the opening credits to Superman 4 were such a letdown compared to the first one. See, I don't watch Superman 4 that often, or 3 anymore. I did when I was a kid, but for me, they're just good, not great, good popcorn movies. If I said great before, I apologize. The opening credits to 4, remind me, David, remind me. The conspiracy trifecta says, you like Jaws 4, I'm offended. I'm offended. Yeah. Yeah, I'm offended. Dave McRae reference, obviously. Yeah. No, that's just it. I like Jaws 4. But I'm not here to compare it with the classic, unstoppable machine that is Jaws. And when I say machine, I don't mean Bruce the Mechanical Shark. I mean, Spielberg invented the summer blockbuster with Jaws, and I'm not. I'm offended. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not comparing Jaws 4 to Jaws. Please, I'm not comparing Jaws 4 to Jaws 2. Conspiracy says, I actually really like Superman Returns from 2006. I went to see that. I went to see that with friends. I nearly fell asleep, and a buddy of mine actually did fall asleep. I've tried to watch it again, and it's just not for me. I'm very much a Christopher Reeve Superman kind of guy. But I do, what I remember of Superman Returns, I do prefer that one to Man of Steel. Conspiracy Trifecta, haven't seen Jaws 4. Oh, you haven't seen it? Okay. I just know it gets a lot of hate. Watch it for yourself, Conspiracy. Watch it for yourself. Don't listen to what everybody else says about Jaws 4. Watch it for yourself and make up your own mind. I'm not comparing it to Jaws or Jaws 2 because they are the best two movies in the series, in my humble opinion. But if you haven't seen Jaws 4, I take it you've seen number 3. But if you haven't seen 4, then don't listen to anybody else. Watch it for yourself. Make a master say peanuts without the tea. I can't do that. Okay. Okay. I think I know where you're coming from, Master, Mr. Make a Master. Okay. But this is Film Chat. David White says, Jaws of the Jabroni. We have The Rock in the room. The Conspiracy Trifecta says, have you seen V for Vendetta? No, I haven't seen that. I know a lot of people like it. I'm not sure if it was a big hit. I think it probably made its money and more. But I haven't seen that one. No. David White. Jaws the Jabroni. Well, Michael Caine is in Jaws 4. And Jaws the Revenge from 1987. And apparently, apart from, Michael Caine isn't going to come out and say, I did it for the money, 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 money. But apparently, what Michael Caine does say about Jaws 4 is that at the time, back then, in 87, he had kids at school. And none of those kids believed, none of his friends of his, I'll get there in a minute. No, none of his kids' friends believed his dad was a movie star at the time. So he did Jaws 4 to be in a movie that kids would watch. And it would be like, there he is. That's your dad. Now we believe you. But apart from the do-re-mi, that's the reason apparently Caine did Jaws 4. Conspiracy Trifecta says, yeah, it was. It's about your corner of the world, actually. V for Vendetta. Was it set in the UK? That's the kind of movie, as soon as I switch off, I'm going to be, oh, right, yeah, that one. So V for Vendetta is set in the UK. That's cool. I haven't seen it. I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, Conspiracy. I haven't seen that yet. Conspiracy says it was all about the 5th of November. Oh, like a firework night, Guy Fawkes night, yeah? I did not know that. I would have. This might make you laugh, but I thought it was some kind of gangster movie. David White says, "Remember, remember." Oh, what, the 5th of November? Okay. And Conspiracy says it's a DC movie. I'll be totally honest right now. When it comes to those kind of movies, I'm so old school. I'm old. For me, when did this Marvel DC thing even become a thing? You either love Marvel or you love DC. You're a Marvel person or you're a DC person. When did that become a thing? When I was growing up, I'm 40 now. We didn't care. We didn't care. Superman, Spider-Man, Batman. They were the three, really, when I was growing up. Uh, yeah. The Marvel versus DC thing is a bit weird to me, but that's probably a generational thing. The conspiracy trifecta says, I prefer the DC characters. Okay, conspiracy. Conspiracy. So DC is Superman, yeah? DC is Superman, I think, which is probably my favorite superhero of all time, apart from Batman. I don't know. It's close. Superman, Batman, Batman, Superman. David White says DC used to be way more popular. Disney really done good with Marvel, did they? So Marvel did the Avenger movies, didn't they? The Avengers, Infinity War. They're Marvel, are they not? Conspiracy trifecta says Superman and Batman are both DC. Yeah. Oh yeah, Spider-Man's Marvel. Yep. Yep. Superman, Batman, DC, Spider-Man's Marvel. It's it's like David says with Disney. Disney. I remember people. I was one of them. I was terrified when they got their hands on Star Wars, but they did a good job. Pardon me. With Star Wars 7. But now Disney have done exactly what so many fans were expecting and dreading. 10 new Star Wars movies? Is that necessary? And all these spin-off movies, it's too much. It's just too much for me. Mr. Ben, welcome to the chat, Mr. Ben. What is your understanding on the second law of I can't pronounce that. The third road thermodynamic. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, Mr. Ben. Haven't got a clue. Is that something that's said in the Big Bang Theory? I love the Big Bang Theory, by the way. Yeah, David White. This is Film Chat. Film Chat 101. Mr. Ben, no worries. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. It sounds like something that it even sounds like a Big Bang Theory episode. It's something they would talk about in the show, I think. But thank you for joining the chat, Mr. Ben. I really appreciate it. David White says, what's your opinion on hydroelectric Uh, now you guys are just taking the piss. What's what's your opinion on hydroelectric protons and all things physics? You'll have to ask Sheldon Cooper about that. Sheldon Cooper, Leonard Hofstadter. You'll have to ask those guys about that because I haven't got a clue. Science Chat 101. Yeah. I could do a stream about the Big Bang Theory. I've got the whole series on Blu-ray. It sounds like a Big Bang Theory kind of thing. Are you guys fans of the Big Bang Theory? The conspiracy trifecta. Yeah, I want to make fulminated mercury. What's your tips? And David White, ask Walter White about that conspiracy. Oh, okay. David White, worst show ever. Are you not a big fan? A big fan. You're not a fan of the Big Bang Theory? No, well, that's fine. I mean, we can't all like. I always say it. We can't always like the same stuff. I love so many sitcoms. I love How I Met Your Mother. I love Becca with Ted Danson. Friends, obviously. I'm a massive Friends fan. So many Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm a massive fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm. There are so many sitcoms, so many I've got on DVD and Blu-ray, and they're the American ones. I love a lot of British sitcoms, obviously, too. There's so many. There's so many. Everybody Loves Raymond. I love that show. I'm just looking around the room because there's a few DVDs scattered around the room, and I've only said like half of the sitcoms I love. Conspiracy Trifecta says, can't stand shows with laugh tracks. Well, Conspiracy, if you don't like laughter tracks, check out and as you other than Seinfeld, then you must know Curb Your Enthusiasm. If you don't, Larry David wrote Seinfeld. Well, he wrote some of Seinfeld along with Jerry. If you haven't seen Curb Your Enthusiasm, you're missing out. David White says, I like the Dukes of Hazzard when it comes to shows. I like you don't like the movie, but you like the original TV series. Yeah, well, that's cool. That's not something I've ever seen. I've seen bits and bobs and I've seen clips of the movie. Yeah, because when it comes to shows like the Dukes of Hazzard, that's more like 70s, yeah? When it comes to shows that are definitely American, but not sitcom, I used to love The A-Team when I was a kid. The A-Team, I tell you a show I absolutely adore, and I do have all of these on DVD, and I haven't seen them all yet. And I was only a tiny kid when it was out originally. Is Highway to Heaven with Michael Landon and Victor French. And may they both rest in peace. Yeah, Highway to Heaven. I'm a big fan of that show. David White and Gunsmoke. Again, Gunsmoke. Yeah, see, that's on the channel. That's on Sky every now and then. But I haven't seen it. Well, I've seen it, but I don't watch it. But if you're a fan, that's cool. The conspiracy trifecta. Best show ever is Breaking Bad. That's not the kind of thing I'm into. But if you love it, you love it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it to your heart's content. And as McRae would say, enjoy it to your heart's content. And when your heart is content, enjoy it some more. Yeah, Highway to Heaven. Have you guys heard of Highway to Heaven? With Michael, I can't be the only one. Michael Landon, Victor French. Love that show. I think they did 5 or 6 series or seasons. Love Highway to Heaven. But it's not a sitcom, it's just it's a drama with some comedy involved every now and then. United Republic, welcome United. To be frank, Breaking Bad was Dick LOL. Okay. Okay, guys, we're straying away from film a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Try and keep this film related, if you don't mind. Who am I? Hugh Grant? If you know. Yeah, let's try and keep this more movie chat. Yeah, Breaking Bad is not something I would ever really go out of my way to watch. It's like The Walking Dead. I mean, the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead I really, really enjoyed. After that, for me personally, The Walking Dead went. United Republic and stuff. Well, movie chat, film chat. Let's talk about movies. Who's everyone? This is something I've been meaning to ask. Who's everyone's favorite Jason Voorhees? Don't just say Kane Hodder. If he is, that's fine. Don't just say Kane for the sake of saying Kane. I just want to throw that one out there. Conspiracy Trifecta says season 1 was one of the best. Season 1. Are you talking about season 1? Are you talking about Highway to Heaven? Or are you talking about Breaking Bad? I think you're talking about Breaking Bad. I apologize if I'm wrong. Or you could be talking about a series that I mentioned or we mentioned. Season 1. What show are you talking about, Conspiracy? My apologies. I think you're talking about Breaking Bad. Excuse me. I guess I should be going. I'm not buying into that. The Conspiracy Trifecta, Part 3 and 2 and 8. Oh, The Walking Dead. Okay. Yeah, The Walking Dead. I have seasons 1 to 7, I think, on Blu-ray. And I started to watch season 3, and it's okay. With a lot of shows like The Walking Dead, I don't mean like zombies, just those kind of shows, I find they become more about the character story. There's nothing wrong with character development, nothing wrong with that at all. But when you got a show about a zombie apocalypse and then you turn it into a drama that's more about the characters that are not zombies, and every now and then a zombie just shows up just to be blown away, that's where I lose interest. But like I say, I've got I do have The Walking Dead 1 to 7 on Blu-ray, and eventually at some point or another I'm going to go through them again. I will start at the beginning and go all the way through. The first episode of The Walking Dead, directed by Frank Darabont, as you know, I'm guessing. Wow. I mean, that's a movie in its own right. I love the first episode of The Walking Dead. Yeah, Walking Dead, yeah. Conspiracy Trifecta Part 3 and 2 and 8 is referring to the best Jasons. Okay. I'm sorry about that. Part 3, that would be Richard Brooker. 2 is Steve Dash, yeah, and Warrington Gillette. 3 and 2 and 8. Oh, so you're a fan of Conspiracy Trifecta. You're a fan of Jason Takes Manhattan. That's cool. You don't hear that a lot. For me, when it comes to Friday the 13th, I go maybe, this is not in order, but I go like 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is my favorite Friday the 13th movie. I like 5. I like 5 more than most people like 5. And 6 is when Jason became the supernatural, unstoppable force. But I love part 6. After that, but part 8 is definitely better, I think, than part 7. I would have to go through. No, would I have to go through them again to come to that conclusion? I don't know. I don't know. I don't mind 8, but when it comes to my favorites, it's definitely part 4 is my favorite. Maybe followed by 2. I would say 1 and 3, but I do love 5. A lot of people don't like 5, but David White, best Jason is the mighty Kane. Kane Hodder, you're a Kane Hodder Jason fan. Well, nothing wrong with that. That's when he was totally supernatural, and yeah, I mean, CJ Graham in part 6 was. I used to think it was the same guy. When I was a kid, I used to watch 6 and 7 and 8, and I used to think CJ Graham was Kane Hodder. Obviously, I was wrong, but Kane Hodder is the fan man when it comes to Friday the 13th and the portrayal of Jason. It's just a shame Kane Hodder, in my own humble opinion, was in the Friday films that weren't. I loved them when I was a kid, younger, but Kane Hodder, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get many people. You go into a Friday the 13th room, Friday the 13th room, Friday the 13th chat room, and disagree with that. Kane Hodder is the man. To a lot, I would say to the majority of Friday the 13th fans, Kane is the man. For me, it's Ted White from Friday 4. Okay, what do we have? Conspiracy Trifecta says, yeah, big part 8 fan. I don't mind part 8. I preferred it when I was maybe younger, but I don't mean that in a condescending way at all. But I can watch part 8. If someone said, what do you want to watch right now? Right now, would it be part 8 or part 7? I would probably pick part 8 all the way. What would I pick between part 8 and part 9 or 10? Part 8 all the way. I do prefer 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Conspiracy trifecta. I'm not a big fan of 4, 5, 6, or 7, but you love 8. Well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Conspiracy trifecta. Is Friday 5 the Halloween 3 of Friday the 13th? That's a great question. Is Friday 5 the Halloween 3 of Friday the 13th? I would say to the majority of fans of both franchises, Halloween and Friday the 13th, yes, it is. Personally, no. Personally, to me, yeah, okay, in Friday 5, it's not Jason, it's Roy. But that doesn't bother me at all. It bothers a lot of people to the point where they don't even want to include Friday 5 as part of the franchise. It's like, no, that's the one that, forget about that. You can skip from 4 to 6 and forget 5. And in a funny kind of way, you can do that. But I like 5. I do. I always have. But is it, yeah, the Halloween 3? But to a lot of fans, it could be, it is. But with Halloween 3, it had nothing to do with Michael Myers, did it? Where Friday the 13th Part 5, New Beginning, is still Jason related. Okay, the killer is Roy, the ambulance guy, but it's not. Halloween 3 is a completely different story. It's got nothing to do with Michael Myers. But I know where you're coming from. Yeah, a lot of people, I won't say most, but by and large, I would say, yeah, Conspiracy Friday 5 is the Halloween 3 of the Friday the 13th franchise. Not to me, but to a lot of people, purely because Jason isn't the killer. Conspiracy trifecta, because I'd say Jason Goes to Hell is the Halloween 6 of Friday the 13th. Okay, I love this. Okay, I love this. Because I'd say Jason Goes to Hell is the Halloween 6 of Friday the 13th. Love that. Love that. Great stuff, guys. I think Halloween 6 is by far the superior movie. Halloween 6, Jason Goes to Hell. I think Jason Goes to Hell is complete garbage, absolute trash. But yeah, I'll say Jason Goes to Hell is the Halloween 6 of the Friday. I know where you're coming from, Conspiracy. I know where you're coming from, but I can't even look at those two movies. I can't look at Jason Goes to Hell and Halloween 6 and put them in the same league. Well, I know where you're coming from. However, like I said, I can't put them in the same league. I really can't put them in the Jason Goes to Hell went to hell. I can't stand the movie. Can't stand it. David White says, I met Kane. He is a huge guy. Is he really, what is it, 6'10"? No, I mean, he's not. Kane Hodder is a big guy, but he's Kane Hodder is, I would say, 6'1", maybe 6 foot tall. But David, I haven't met him. You have. David White, I don't often look up to someone. Oh, you're a tall guy. Okay. Looking at Kane in the Friday the 13th movies, I would say Kane Hodder is like 6'1" and no taller than that. If you look at Kane Hodder's victims, mostly female, in those movies. I say most. Well, he doesn't look that big. I'm not sure what IMDb says about Kane Hodder, but he's not 6'8" or 6'10". No way. The conspiracy trifecta says, I just mean it the way they both tried to explain everything. Oh, okay. Like Halloween 6 and yep. Okay. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yep. Halloween 6 and yeah. Yep. Oh, and Jason Goes to Hell with, yeah, it's just, I can't take Jason Goes to Hell seriously. I can't. David White says he was probably 6'3" because I'm 6'2" and he was bigger than me, but he had huge boots on. Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? When you look at one of my favorite actors of all time, which is Stallone, if you look closely, that Stallone is probably what, 5'8", 5'9"? I'm 5'10". Stallone is probably 5'9", 5'8". 5'8" sounds too short. But yeah, they do wear those boots. They do. They do. To make them look taller. They wear caps on their boots to make them look taller. But it's funny because even in the Friday the 13th movies where Kane is Jason, he doesn't look, when he's up close and personal with his victims, even then, if memory serves me right, he doesn't look that tall. 6'2", yeah, 6'2". But like you say, David, he's got the big boots. And they do elevate people like Stallone and Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, how tall is Tom Cruise? 5'4"? But no, I think Cruise is probably 5'6". But on camera, Cruise always looks taller than that because of the elevating boots and camera angles and everything else. So, but I would say Cruise is probably I don't know, 5'5", 5'6", maybe. I think Stallone is taller than Cruise, and you can't go with IMDb because they are often wrong. I had a friend actually, David, who actually was 6'2.5". Exactly, 6'2.5", and he looked taller than Kane does on film. But they could do stuff on film that Kane Hodder's just a really I don't think he's 6'3". 6'2". 6'2". He doesn't. Maybe Kane Hodder doesn't even look 6'2" to me. Not really. Conspiracy Trifecta says, do you have any funny life experiences you'd like to share? Actually, yeah, I do. But because I've gone out of my way to say this is Film Chat 101, maybe leave that for a different video because I am going to be back. And but yeah, I mean, I could do that. The only thing with sharing funny life experiences, Trifecta, is if I do it now, which I'm not on this particular video, but a video like 2 weeks away or something, is if we're lucky, and in like 2 or 3 years we have 10,000 subscribers. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but let's just say it did. I would be sharing the same stuff again and again and again. I mean, how many times have we heard about McRae and he playing street hockey and smashing his teeth open? We've heard it, we know it. So yeah, I could, but probably yeah, not here, not tonight. I will share the same stories again and again, but I don't want to. I don't want to do it right now for those two reasons. Our subscribers need to build, and I'm sure they will. 10,000, probably asking too much, but who knows? But if we get our numbers up, and then I can say some or share, like you say, some funny life experiences. So I don't have to repeat myself again and again and again and again. If I hear that McRae story about him smashing his teeth, yeah, one more time. David White says, when I first did the deal, it was funny how bad it was. When I first did the deal, it was funny how bad it was. The deal. I'm sorry, David, you're going to have to embellish on that, my friend. The deal. What deal? I'm not going to jump. I'm not going to jump the gun and wonder what you mean. I'm going to let you tell me what you mean by that, David. You're going to have to embellish on that, David. Became a man. What? Film chat, David. Film chat. Film chat. Again, I want to say thanks to you guys joining this live impromptu chat. Let's keep going with the film stuff. Let's keep going with the movie chat. I love this stuff. If you guys are wondering, what I've got this hairband here that I often wear on my wrist. Yeah. yeah, no. That's cool. The conspiracy trifecta. Are you burned out on Halloween at all? No, I'm not. When me and my nephew went to see Halloween 2018 at cinema before the apocalypse, no, we were very much looking forward to it. Yeah, David White, Dave has said he is. Yeah, well, you probably could be. Pardon me, but no, I'm not burned out on Halloween. As long as the movies are semi-decent, then I will always be watching. I don't. My first ever video here on Movie Chat and More was all about Halloween 5, and it was all about what I like about it, not what I don't like about it. There are so many YouTubers out there who are so quick to jump on the fact why Halloween 5 sucks. Yeah, Halloween 5 is not what we should have got. I mean, Halloween 4 is fantastic. Halloween 5 should have been better. It was rushed into production. There was, as you probably already know, they were still writing the movie while they were filming the movie. You can't do that. I'm not burned out on Halloween. Halloween 2018. Me and my nephew did a video. It's on my channel. I think it's called two drunk guys. We weren't even that drunk. Two drunk guys talk about Halloween 2018 or something like that. But I enjoyed it. I have misspoke since on a video because I've actually gone on record and said Halloween 2018 is a better movie than 1981's Halloween 2. Looking back now, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? Because no, I like Halloween 2018, but I prefer the 1981 movie for so many reasons. Maybe nostalgia being one of them. I've seen 2018 so many times. Well, not so many, but maybe 2 Halloween nights in a row. Maybe it will grow on me and it will become part of my Halloween night experience when it comes to the Halloween marathon that I have every year. But at the moment, no, I'm not burned out. I'm looking forward to Kills. I'm looking forward to Halloween Kills. I really think Halloween Kills, because my expectations are low, because 2018 wasn't the movie I was hoping it would be, despite what I say in previous videos here on my channel. My expectations are very low. Not low, not, down in the dumps crap, but I think Halloween Kills is going to be, as long as we get to see it in the cinema and not streaming, I think I'm going to prefer Halloween Kills to 2018. Because they were saying this, and it is a direct sequel to the 78 movie, and it is. But I think in some ways we were led down the primrose path with that one, because we knew they had to update Halloween. It couldn't be 78, because if it was, it would have flopped. 2018 audiences would not buy 78 Halloween by and large. So we knew the body count was going to be higher. We knew there was going to be blood, guts, and gore. Now we know that. Now we know what we are walking into. Fans like myself were wishing foolishly for a direct sequel to 78 that was more like 78 than what 2018 turned out to be. But now that's all done and dusted. It's all gone, and we can. David Gordon Green and Danny McBride could do their thing, and I'm looking forward to what their thing is going to be when it comes to Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. Okay. Conspiracy Trifecta says, I did for a little bit because I talk about it too much with my friends. What, the expectations for 2018? Or you're burned out on Michael Myers and Halloween? David White says, I was 12 and it was... Okay. Twins. Film chat, guys. Film chat. Okay, we've been going for nearly an hour. Let's give it maybe... It's nearly 1:45 a.m. here in the UK. Maybe give it another half hour. I like to keep these videos 90 minutes, hour and 40 max. David White says, that was a line from that movie. What movie? I'm sorry, David. Diego Tango. Is it Diego? Sup, dude. Sup. Thank you, Diego, for joining the chat. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you being here, man. I really appreciate it. Oh right, okay, David White. It was in Twins. I've seen Twins with Danny and Arnold. I haven't seen it in a long time though. Diego Tango, yes, like Diego Maradona. Yeah, brilliant footballer. Yeah, yeah. I don't remember that line from Twins. It's been a long time since I've seen Twins. It's, it's a funny movie though. Yeah, I was 12 and it was with a nun. Imagine the pressure I was under. I don't know, does that ring a bell? Maybe. Uh, Diego Tango, are you American or UK? I'm from the UK. Diego, thank you. Nice accent, thank you. But I do get uh, Scottish, Irish. Nothing wrong with any of these, but I do get Scottish. Are you Scottish? Are you Irish? Uh, Australian is a new one. Um, I haven't got Welsh, but yeah, no one seems to be able to recognize my voice from where I am actually from. And when they do, and I say, hey, look, I was born in the UK, in England, and they say, well, you must have spent a lot of time somewhere else. Most of the time, it's America. I've never even been to America, but I think it's funny. David White says Danny DeVito's character said it. Out of the two, yeah, of course. I mean, if I was to have a guess, would it be Arnie or Danny? He said that line. Well, yeah, that's got DeVito written all over it. Love Danny DeVito. One of the most underrated directors in the industry. War of the Roses with DeVito. He directed the movie. He was in that movie with Douglas and Kathleen Turner. Love War of the Roses. DeVito. Sometimes DeVito's direction reminds you of Tim Burton. Excuse me. David White says, does British money look like? What does it look like? What? Give me a sec. You can see the Bates Motel t-shirt. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought my wallet was around here somewhere. Shillings. Not in my lifetime. I was born in 1980. No, I'm sorry. My wallet is AWOL. I can't show you. Google it. You can Google that, David. Just Google British £5 note. You'll see it. Shillings. Conspiracy trifecta shillings. Yeah, that was before my time, bro. Way before my time. Diego Tango, are you still around? Are you still in the chat? If you are, say hi. Any movie questions? This is all about film tonight. We are 1 hour and 5 minutes into the live stream, and I noticed my New Year's Eve video has over 400 views. Wow! I mean, to me, that's big. So anybody watching this who has gone back and watched my New Year's Eve stream, thank you very much for checking it out. And hopefully you'll check this one out and subscribe, and we'll all start talking about movies, all of us. But the way it is right now is great. I appreciate you all. I know I keep on saying that, but I do. The conspiracy trifecta asks, what's your favorite fantasy? To be a millionaire? If I'm totally honest, actually, no. I don't want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. That's my favorite fantasy. I want to be a billionaire. I remember when I was, I don't know, 18, 19, quite a while ago now, and people used to say, what's your favorite job? What would you want to do as a career? And I used to say Playboy photographer. So conspiracy, if you mean that kind of thing, yeah. Playboy photographer. Oh, conspiracy, I meant movie. What's your favorite fantasy? I meant movie. My favorite fantasy movie? My favorite fantasy movie. Could you elaborate on that a little bit? Conspiracy, I'm sorry. Could you elaborate on fantasy, because a lot of them are fantasy. Like, I mean, we can't say Friday the 13th Part 7 is anything but fantasy. So, fantasy. What do you mean, like Disney and stuff like that? I really haven't got one. But if you want to elaborate conspiracy, then I'll do my best to answer your question. It's 10 to 2 a.m. here in the UK. And we've been going for 1 hour and nearly 8 minutes. 1 hour and 30 minutes is the cutoff. Favorite fantasy, I meant movie. Yeah, you're going to have to elaborate, conspiracy trifecta. I mean, if you mean like fantasy movies, I used to, as a kid, I used to love The Never-Ending Story. But that was years ago. If you're talking about like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, then they're not my cup of tea. So if you mean fantasy movie as in like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, you know, they're not my kind of movies. But then again, you could be talking about Star Wars. Okay, I'll say Star Wars. If that's what you mean, conspiracy, then my favorite fantasy movie is The Empire Strikes Back. If that's what you mean. Okay, we have 3 people watching, I think, still. Film chat, guys. Let's keep up the film questions. Film questions. Pardon me. Like I said, when you do these streams, your throat does get sore. not just sore, but dry. And now I'm out of drink. So David White asks, if you could make a movie, would you? Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah. If I could make a movie, would you? Yeah, I would. It would be a horror movie. What I would try and do, David, is create a new horror villain. I don't mean Terrorizer. Is it Terrorizer with the clown? Nothing that graphic. I would try and make, I don't know, maybe another Michael Myers kind of character. But obviously, people would say I'm just ripping off Michael Myers, and I probably would be. But I mean, when I was a kid, I used to write a lot of short stories, and most of those short stories were horror. If I could turn one of those stories into a movie, yeah, I would love to. I'm not sure. Like I say, it would probably be a new killer. I mean, I'm not a, I'm not a big fan of Terrorizer. Terrorizer was the one with the clown, yeah. But something like that, just not as graphic. I mean, I would love to be involved in like a Conjuring movie or something like that, or a Halloween, like Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 4. But yeah, who wouldn't want to make a movie if you had the money and a studio were backing you up with the money? Yeah, I'd love to make a movie. I mean, if you think about Dave McRae and It's Me, Billy, you have to know what you're doing. I'm not sure I could make a movie like It's Me, Billy. I know we haven't seen It's Me, Billy yet, but from what we have seen, that looks like well, it is. It's a professional movie. It's just a shame it's not a feature movie, because I think no matter what McRae did, it had to be better than Black Christmas 2019. It probably had to be better than Black Christmas 2006. I apologize for my dry throat, guys. Like I said, my glass is empty, but we're still going to go to 1 hour and 30. We are 1 hour and 13 minutes in. I appreciate you joining me again tonight, as I keep saying, but I really mean it. I wouldn't want to make a comedy. I mean, sorry. I think John Carpenter said once, if you make a comedy, I don't remember Carpenter ever making one, but I guess he must have done. But he said if you make a comedy, everyone's serious. Everyone on the set is, oh, this is serious stuff. This is hardcore comedy. Wow. But if you make a horror, according to Carpenter, and I'm paraphrasing, but Carpenter said everyone's laughing and joking and having a great time. So that sounds more like me. I'd rather make a movie where everyone's having a great time rather than be bogged down with comedy. Yeah, it should be the other way around, shouldn't it? But sorry, guys. Conspiracy Trifecta says, I'm back. Trump just conceded. Oh, he has. Not like he had much of a choice. Holy moly, yeah. Yeah, I think he had to. But like I say, it's not like he had much of a choice at the end of the day. Yeah. What the fuck was he thinking? No, yeah. That's politics, guys, and we are 15 minutes away for the end of this stream. Yeah, he had to concede. He had to concede. He had to. He had to. I mean, come on. Not that it really mattered, did it? Because Biden was going to be sworn in on the 20th anyway. So, and I think the last I heard, Trump said he was going to uh, bow out graciously. That's what I heard. I heard Trump said he was going to be there on the 20th and shake hands. And do they still have to salute? I don't know. But yeah, I I don't think Trump had much of a choice anymore. David White says, I'm going to miss 2018, 2019, the best years of his presidency. Are you a Trump fan? Cool. I mean, well, that's the, yeah. All to their own. All to their own, my friend. All to their own. "2018, 2019, best years of his presidency." Well, I'm here in the UK. I do try and keep up with US politics. I try and keep up with UK politics, but in this day and age, 2020 and now 2021 and until God knows when, politics is all going to be marred not by Brexit, but by the virus. Conspiracy Trifecta says, always surreal for myself when we change administrations. Well, I still remember Donald Trump when you had WrestleMania 4 and WrestleMania 5 at the Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino. I think it was in his early 40s then. They're my first memories of Donald Trump. Conspiracy Trifecta. Of course, nothing really changes. Yeah, well, that's true in my humble opinion here in the UK. I mean, in America, you got the two big horses in the race are Republicans and the Democrats. Here, it's Labour and Conservative. But you're right, nothing really does change. I mean, sometimes things can, but not much. Here in the UK, I can't talk for America, but here in the UK, I think when it comes to governments here in the UK, they care. This is I don't really even have to say this. It's all about the money. They don't really care. They care about money. They care about voters making their money. That's the way it is here in the UK, anyway, in my opinion. and in lots of people's opinion. Probably the same in the USA, I'm guessing. Anyway, we're trading off to politics again. We have 10 minutes left, roughly. Excuse my cough, guys. I have run out of drink, and my throat gets kind of dry. Come on, guys. Some movie questions, movie theories before the stream ends in roughly 10 minutes. And I know I keep saying it, but thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I wasn't expecting to be here tonight. I will schedule videos more in the future, but I thought got a couple of hours to spare. It's 2:05 now, 2:05 a.m. British time, UK time. So I thought, why not? David White says, what do you think about the ongoing Johnny Depp, BS, Amber Heard court cases? Well, to be honest, David, I don't know enough about them to give you an informed opinion. With Johnny Depp, nothing would really surprise me. Excuse me. But I'm not informed enough on that to give you an informed opinion. But nothing would surprise me with Johnny Depp. Well, some things would. But the guy's just so eccentric. And Amber Heard, I don't know enough about Amber Heard to give you an informed opinion about that. And at the end of the day, informed opinions are what we're all here for. And we'll talk about chat and movies. And so, yeah, I can't answer that, David, because I don't know enough about the case. It hasn't grabbed my attention. I've heard of it, obviously I've heard of it, but it hasn't grabbed my attention enough. Yeah, David White says, I meant versus. I don't know enough about it to give an informed opinion. The conspiracy trifecta: Friday 5, Halloween 5, Elm Street 5, Seed of Chucky, or Leprechaun in the Hood, yeah? Where do you rank the fives? Great question. Great question. Well, I haven't seen Leprechaun in the Hood, so I've got to put that number 5 because I ain't seen it. Friday 5 is my number 1 out of the ones you listed. Halloween 5 is my number 2. Elm Street 5. It's funny the way you did it, conspiracy, because it's in the order. Friday 5 is my favorite 5th. Halloween 5 is my 2nd favorite. Elm Street 5, 3rd favorite. Chucky 4th. Leprechaun, is that Leprechaun in the Hood? I haven't seen it. But yeah, Seed of Chucky. Oh no, Christ. Do you know, I haven't even seen, like I say, Leprechaun in the Hood. But having seen Seed of Chucky, I don't think it can get any worse. Brand of Chucky was funny. Seed of Chucky, oh my, are you kidding me? So yeah, even though I haven't seen, great question by the way, conspiracy, even though I haven't seen Lep in the Hood, I'm gonna put Lep in the Hood number 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I'm going to put Leopard Hood above Seed of Chucky because Seed of Chucky was just such a dog shit movie. The conspiracy trifecta says it's one of the best Leprechauns. Actually, I haven't seen it, but if you enjoy it, that's what counts. Okay. Uh, Conspiracy says it's one of the best Leprechauns. Actually, I've only seen the first one with Jennifer Aniston. I think I've seen. I might have seen number 2, but I'm not too sure. Conspiracy follows up with okay, same series but Freeze Part Freeze. Conspiracy trifecta. Okay, same film series but Freeze. The Weird Food Guy. Hey man, almost 300 subscribers. You're doing really well, mate. It's good to see. I really appreciate that, Weird Food Guy. Okay, that's a great question, Conspiracy. Freeze. So do I'm gonna have to go with Elm Street 3. Yeah. So am I picking 5 because that could be a lot to think of. I mean, I could. David White says Halloween 3 for me. That's fair enough. With number 3s, I like Friday the 13th 3. Elm Street 3 is Elm Street 3 is definitely up there. Number 3, Poltergeist 3 I didn't like. What else? Number 3, Texas Chainsaw had God knows how many sequels, but number 3, yeah, Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, Friday the 13th Part 3. What else would I? Well, number 3. Say some sequels to me. Chucky. There you go. Child's Play 3. I like that. Excuse me. Yeah, Child's Play 3. I really like Child's Play 3. 1 and 2 are far superior, but I do like Child's Play 3. Throw some other sequels at me. Amityville 3, I haven't seen in years, but I remember that being crap. David White says Halloween 3 for me. Yeah. So we got, in my opinion, Elm Street 3, Friday the 13th Part 3, Chucky 3. Conspiracy Trifecta says, what about originals? Also, what's considered as Halloween 3 can be debatable. You could say 4, H2O, and H Kills can all be Halloween 3. Yeah, you can. You can. You could say, yeah, I mean, Halloween 4, definitely. Halloween 4, I said for years, Halloween 4 is Halloween 3. Halloween 3 is not part of the franchise. So, yeah, Halloween 4 is Halloween 3. So, that way, with the number 3 debate, I would say Halloween 4, even though it's not 4, it's 3. It's not 3, it's 4. H2O, I love H2O. H2O was the first Halloween film I saw at the cinema when I was 18. To go back to the Weird Food Guy, almost 300 subscribers. You're doing really well, mate. It's good to see. It's good to see you here. Stick around. Then again, we are coming up to 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's where I like to end these streams. Conspiracy trifecta. Oh yeah, the originals. What do I? Yeah, the originals. So if you mean horror, well, it's Halloween. Um, if you like the the main guys, yeah, it would be Halloween, probably Friday the 13th, Elm Street 1, maybe Elm Street 1 just before Friday 1. Oh, what about the originals? David White says that's probably why they stopped numbering them. Yeah, that and many other reasons. Yeah, because it does get confusing. I mean, not to, you know, if you know it's like Halloween. It's so funny. Excuse me. It's so funny when we go through the Halloween franchise, and it truly is choose your own adventure kind of thing. Where you can watch Halloween and follow it up with Halloween 2, or Halloween, follow it up with 1, 2, H2O. You can watch Halloween, follow it up with 2018, Halloween 2, follow it up with Halloween 4. It is literally a choose your own adventure thing. The conspiracy trifecta. I forgot about Scream when I said these, but Lion is mine. Do you mean mine? Yours? Yeah. Is Halloween. Scream. Scream. Brilliant. Classic movie. I do have the, you see that? I do have Ghostface on my arm for all eternity. I had that done just after Wes Craven died. Halloween's conspiracy trifecta: Halloween, Scream, Elm Street, Child's Play. Yep, the original Chucky. Friday the 13th, then Leprechaun. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6. I enjoyed Leprechaun, but I couldn't put it. I couldn't put Leprechaun up there with Chucky or Freddy or Ghostface or Michael, Jason, Pamela Voorhees. But then again, I haven't seen the first Leprechaun film in years. It's funny when you say Child's Play, the original Chucky. I did mention once in, I think it was Two Dudes with McRae and Tony Michael, about he was the vampire from Frat Night. And I think McRae knew what I was talking about. Michael probably knew what I was talking about, but they never really paid reference to it because, which was weird, because Chris Sarandon, I love the guy. I mean, Frat Night, one of my Fright Night to me is better. Don't Shoot Me Down in Flames. My favorite vampire film of all time is Fright Night, above The Lost Boys. I love The Lost Boys, but I prefer Fright Night. Chris Sarandon as Jerry Dandridge. Wow, the guy is just fantastic. David White says that. Oh yeah, that's probably. Yeah, I got that one. Conspiracy trifecta. I forgot about Scream when okay, yeah, I got that one. David, I don't think I got this one. David White, yeah, Halloween and The Exorcist. Well, yeah, The Exorcist. I didn't think of The Exorcist. A conspiracy trifecta. I bend it. The reason I didn't think about The Exorcist is because I didn't put it in the same. I, I didn't think of The Exorcist as a Friday film, a Jason, like a Jason film, a Halloween, Freddy, Chucky, Leprechaun. The The Exorcist is different. It's not. It's a horror movie. At, horror is short for horrific. Yeah. and The Exorcist is truly horrific. Talk about funny life stories. I don't know if you call this one funny, but The Exorcist, I saw that. I'm 40 now, and I saw The Exorcist for the first time ever when I was 17 years old. And I shit you not, after watching The Exorcist when I was 17 years old, I had to watch about 10 episodes of The Simpsons, and we're going into like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning before I could even get some sleep. That's how much The Exorcist affected me. I haven't seen it since, but I will. I keep meaning to. I have it on DVD. I have the version that's uncut where we see the Spider Girl walk down the stairs and all that lot. But wow, yeah, that film really pushed me to my to my limits when it comes to horror. Yeah, that's why I didn't think of The Exorcist. We talking about Friday the 13th or Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street or Chucky or Leprechaun. I did not think of The Exorcist because to me that is a whole different ball game. So that's like, what's that? 23 years ago. That's right. My maths is bad. 27, 37, 23, 24 years ago. And I haven't seen it since. I will, though. I will brave up. I will brave up and watch The Exorcist again. Conspiracy Trifecta says, first watched it when I was 7. Wow. What, The Exorcist? Oh, wow. Yeah. I probably saw Fright Night for the first time when I was 7. but not that. Not The Exorcist. Anyway, guys, we've been going for an hour and 37 minutes. That's a little bit longer than what I thought the stream would be. I really want to, again, thank you guys for being here. It's an impromptu chat, film chat. The next one might be, or it could be more like what you were saying earlier, like funny life stories, but probably at the moment, I want to stick to like more movies and entertainment and music and stuff like that. Conspiracy, yeah, I'll see you next time. Conspiracy, I hope so. David White, this stream went over pretty easy. Well, I've enjoyed it. I hope you guys have too. And yeah, it's been cool. It's really been cool. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it too. United Republic and stuff. I don't know what. Yeah, but won't be long, and I'll be back. Bye, man. So yeah, bye to United. Okay, guys, take care of yourselves and stay safe. And I'll talk to you all again soon. And remember, we're going to stick to movies for the time being. Movies, entertainment, music. And thanks again for joining the stream tonight. Cheers, guys.